that are the same distance r from a point called the center. So here's your center. So from the center to any part of the circle, that's called the radius. And for the center, we're going to use h and k. For radius, we're going to use r. The standard form of the equation of a circle is given by this formula here. Okay, so we'll be using this formula where h and k is going to be your center. So let's go to the next page. Let's work on example 12 and 13, and then we'll come to example 11. So first I'm going to do example 12. I always like to write down the formula just so it's in front of me. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and write, in fact, let's do example 13 first. So I like to write the formula down, and then right below it, I'm going to write down our equation. Okay, so notice here, if we compare this, we know that h and k is going to give us a center. So we have x and x minus and minus, and then we have h and 2. So in this example here, my center, we can see that h is going to be 2. And then over here, if we compare, you got y and y minus minus. So k is going to be 3. So that's going to be your center. So notice here, if you had a minus 2, the opposite is positive 2. Minus 3, the opposite is positive 3. So you can look at it in that way as well. And then here we see that r squared is equal to 16. So if we solve for r, we get plus or minus 4. We're only going to use the positive since we're looking at the distance. So my radius is equal to 4. Then we can use these two things to graph the circle. So first, you want to plot the center is 2 and 3. So I'm just going to put a little dot here. And then the radius is 4. So the radius is going to give us the outside of the circle. So from the center, you want to go down 4. You want to go to the left 4. You want to go up 4. So let's say about over here. And then to the right 4. And then we can draw the circle by connecting those outer points. Okay, so that's going to be your circle. So let's go back to number 12. So here I have x plus 3 squared plus y minus 1 squared is equal to 4. So if we compare again, we have x and x, but instead of a minus, I have a plus. I need to make sure that this is in the standard form. So I can rewrite this as x minus negative 3. And notice that negative negative is still that positive 3. By doing that, then I have x and x, minus and minus. So that means that h is going to be negative 3. And then for the y, we have y and y minus, so k is 1. And then the radius is going to be r squared is equal to 4, take the square root. So r is going to be 2. So again, notice that if you have a positive number, the center is going to be the opposite of that, negative 3. If you have a minus 1, then the opposite will be a positive 1. So now we can graph the radius so the center is negative 3 and 1, and then we have a 1. And then from here, we're going to go up 2, to the left 2, down 2, and right 2. and then we can sketch our circle.